We love hip
I'm gonna
hop.
pull this up over here on the screen. One take, Jake, if you could pull this up on the screen for me here. This is courtesy of 6 Block. This is. It says, Mark Carney really got Toronto police knocking doors over Facebook threats and hurty words about him. So here we go.
There's some allegations that you've made some online posts to the Prime Minister of Canada. Anything to say about that?
Can you be more specific? What post? What I specifically said? Do you have a screenshot?
Yeah, you specifically said, and you made it online.
Well, because, I mean, he's a Zionist scumbag, and he's not my prime minister, so...
Okay.
But really, you're going to come to my door, and you're worried that I'm going to do something? Do I seriously look like a threat to you?
Just giving him
That's why we
hell.
came to talk, right? So those threats are made...
You know what? You guys should be busy taking care of actual real crime than standing here harassing me over fucking shit I say online.
I understand.
Okay, yeah, no.
That,
don't be wasting tax dollars doing this bullshit.
Talk.
Nicole, if such behavior continues, if there is...
What are you going to do? Put me in jail because I don't like our prime minister?
Talk.
If you made some threats that are concerning...
What kind of threats did I make? You still haven't shown me what I said.
Because she cut them off.
I'm trying to explain to you what the
Show me what I said.
So if those threats are continuing...
Show me what I said.
Right? You could be arrested and charged. Just want to let you know.
Communist Canada, how do you like working for that? Are you proud of yourself? Do you go back home and look at your family in the mirror
on. I
and
gotta
say...
stop this for a second. Because like the shaking of the cameras, it's like she's gonna give me Tourette's, fam. Okay?
She's nervous, so I know those ones.
I do have to take that into account. She's dealing with the boy. Okay, my bad, Jake. Okay. That was just it was frazzling my head for a second.
This is what you do for a living? You harass people for what they say online because I don't like our stupid prime minister and he's a Zionist scumbag?
You can have your opinion. You cannot...
Whatever. I don't have to discuss anymore with this.
We love hip hop.
Excuse me, don't touch my door.
Touch my door.
Don't touch my door.
We will put a report in. It's documented. If such behavior continues...
Blah, 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 blah. I will say whatever the fuck I want about our prime minister. You can't stop my speech. Sorry. Yeah, exactly.
Be threatening. That's all I'm asking you.
What you say is threatening, I say is just words. Okay. Have a nice day. Goodbye now. Bye now.
Oh, there's...
They putting her on the list.
Yeah. Okay, let me just let my anxiety cool down from watching that. Because, like, I feel her completely, but, like, she was kind of going in. Like, I don't know if, like, I could deal with that if that was my wife. Like, that kind of, like, somebody yelling at me in that tone, that might be grounds for divorce. But anyhow, I digress. Besides the point. Why are the police at her door in the first place?
No, she was definitely in the wrong.
What do you mean?
If you make threats in any form, whether it be in person, online, no matter, people could, you could be arrested for that. You could be penalized for that.
So deemed threat, though, because we don't even have the information on what is deemed the threat.
That's what kind of annoyed me. Like, he was pulling out the paper and then she just started wilding out.
She kept talking. I don't want to hear it. She knows she probably said, I'm going to freaking cut your throat and watch the blood. She's like, don't put that part on camera.
Because, like, they talk about, you have to see the signs in, like, the school blammers. They're posting on the discourse. He posted blah, blah, blah. So, like, which threats do you take serious and which is just you venting?
Okay, well, I don't know. Let's, hypothesize or whatever the word is. Like, a hypothetical situation. What do you think kind of threats are, like, okay, and then what's crossing the line?
Okay, when you say threat, that's like a direct statement towards violence.
And listen, this is hypothetical threats that would make the police come. This is not us making threats. All right, give me a camera one take. We're not making threats at Mr. Carney, okay? This is a hypothetical situation.
I don't think this is a good idea.
And we're live too. Oh shit.
What if I said something along the lines of, our prime minister is a pussy. Watch when I see him.
I guess if I'm
hypothetically,
the person,
I don't think that's a threat yet, though.
Watch when you see him in tales of violent encounter.
Does it though?
If you really want to be a nitpicker, you can use that. But I still think that hasn't crossed the line completely.
Because you could just say like, I make a YouTube where blah blah blah. So when I say watch when I see him, When I see him, y'all better watch it.
Or I might confront him and then I have words for him.
Exactly.
Like, why are you insinuating violence?
Mm-hmm.
So that can still be like picked apart in court.
I feel like she
Right?
probably said something like, "Oh, he needs to get taken care of," like blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
Someone needs to take him out, or something like, something along those lines. Where it's like, all right, yeah, send the feds after.
But when does it go from freedom of speech to a threat? That's the fine line. That's the silver lining.
If you're telling someone to smoke them, that's definitely not freedom of speech.
And okay, let's use an example of somebody who got in trouble. And this is in America. In America, they have a little bit more freedom of speech. What's that redhead chick's name? The comedian.
The podcast girl?
No.
Kathy Griffin?
Kathy Griffin.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. She had like the visual of a severed Trump head, and she got into a lot of problems for that. She got canceled almost for that.
Yeah, you can't do that. That's the president of your country still. You are.
And that's the free speech country. Canada has less free speech than America.
So you're not like a full believer in free speech? Like certain things should be censored?
Yo, I don't know. If I was running Tiggs, no man can say nothing. Are you crazy? But
no man can chat.
I feel like these are just privileges due to like where we are.
Yeah.
If we're in like, I would say 85% of any other country,
You're not doing that.
Yeah, you can't utter one word.
Yeah.
If the police are pulling up, it's not to have a word with you.
That's
You know
true.
what I mean?
But
That's
shouldn't
true.
we follow the rules of this country since we're like in the minority of countries that grant us that freedom?
And if we're following the rules of this country, then you shouldn't be threatening the prime minister. That's against the rules of this country to threaten anybody.
So, okay, is that completely against the rules? Like, because like, I don't know if we're completely clear on what the free speech is right now. Like, I'm not clear.
Okay, what if you do a show, like a TV show, and one of the lines in the show is, "Oh, I'm going to kill Prime Minister Carney." Now that's like satire. That's like freedom of speech, right?
But she's not doing a show. She doesn't have a show. I feel like when you go, I think this was like a Facebook post.
Yeah.
It literally says, "What is on your mind? What do you want to say to the world right now?" Like,
yeah.
So, especially if you're doing a declarative statement, that's why I kind of wish I knew what she said.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever she said was flagrant enough to catch the attention of government officials, Because I feel like most people talk shit about the government out here.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's why we really need to find out what she said because, fam, we could have said something and they're on their way and we don't even know it.
But look at how she was reacting to them just pulling up to. You could tell she'd be wilding. She be wilding, bro.
Yeah, but is she wilding more than like the average person online?
The
You know what
first
I'm saying?
thing is like, because he's a what did she say? Something.
A neo-Nazi, I think she said.
A Zionist
scum.
scum.
A Zionist
Yeah.
scum. Yeah.
That was the first thing out of her mouth. So
SARS.
like she had that in the talk. So just imagine when she's sitting down behind the computer screen, getting off dissertations and all them things.
Yeah, and I know you can easily be arrested for anything deemed anti-Semitic in terms of speech.
In Canada.
Yeah.
Right. Because I don't know if that's an American thing.
No, here.
Yeah.
And I do think it's a slippery slope. I'm not defending her because once again, we don't know what she said.
Mm-hmm.
But when you go from, it's either that we never truly had freedom of speech and this is revealing itself, or freedom of speech is lessening and the government's going to have more control and authority over what people can and can't say.
I'm looking up right now on ChatGPT. What can you go to jail for saying on social media? You know what I mean?
Canada, Ontario.
Yeah, or in Canada.
Justin Trudeau's like the last half of his term, everybody was just cooking him, roasting him, like saying the worst things about him. So I don't think that we're losing freedom of speech out here. I think we're probably getting more of it. Like there's more groups that are able to like kind of speak out and use their voices. And
I remember the
Hold
trucker
on.
convoy.
That's the one example that we've seen. I don't know how many other examples are online or how many examples that we just didn't see of police going to people's doors for things that they said online. You know what I'm saying? Just keep in mind, that's just one example in the flood of what social media has to offer.
But again, the police officer was saying, you could have an opinion, but once you utter a threat, that's when we have to become involved. If you want to call him the Lauryn Hill Zion song, If you want to do, you know what I mean, you're good. But
yeah.
other than that, like once you start saying, oh yeah, but hopefully he gets Donald Trump, but they don't miss. Hopefully, blah blah blah. It's like, all right, okay, now you're wild.
But yo, like, okay, but that should extend to anyone. Like, you can't threaten anyone, let alone the prime minister.
It does extend to anyone, but most people don't call the feds when someone is online bullying them.
Yeah, and okay.
So why is Mark Carney gonna press charges? Like, I feel like he is just another citizen at the end of the day. So it's like you should have the same right to criticize him or express certain sentiments that you would with any other citizen.
But same way, any other citizen, you can't threaten them, bro.
That's true. But it's like, where does it go from trolling to a threat? Like, what if you're online trolling?
Okay, so give me an example of online trolling.
Buddy, I'm gonna smoke you when I see you.
That's a threat.
But it's like, I didn't mean it.
Direct. That's a direct one there.
But like, can't you see that someone could be like, bro, I was joking. Like, obviously, like.
No, that doesn't sound like if I'm receiving that, fam. Especially if you send it to me in my DMs, I'll be like, actually, you don't even have to send it to in my DMs because I've seen that in the comments, and I'm like, I go check their account right away. Don't let that be Dusty, bro. He's checking their account.
Facts.
He's gonna find out their IP address. He's paging them in the DMs, like,
Voice
who you
notes.
talking to? He's sending voice notes, like, fam, like, it's. Some people don't take like this little online. I was just online. I was just on my phone. Like, nah, bro. Like, what did you say?
No, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Valid.
One take, Jake, if you could pull this up on the screen. I pulled up, so in Canada, most hate speech is protected under the charter, but there is clear legal limits, and crossing them on social media can lead to criminal charges, even jail time. Here's the main categories. All right, so there's hate speech, promoting hatred against an identifiable group, likely to lead to a breach of peace, willful promotion of hatred, more serious intent matters, targeted including based upon race, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, etc., fines up to 2 years in prison, right? Uttering threats, very common charge, all right? Kill someone, harm them, damage property, even if said online, Instagram,
Jeez.
Twitter, YouTube comments. Didn't I okay, comment gang strong. All right. Didn't even just say the YouTuber. That's implied.
No, facts.
If the YouTuber goes and gets in and even says that word, I'm on a live view, like, yeah, we know what that means there, buddy.
No,
You
honestly.
know what I'm saying? But the comments.
Yeah.
And the penalty is up to 5 years in prison. Okay? And then here's some examples right here. Telling or encouraging someone to commit a crime. Example, go shoot him. Organize violence online. So these are all the different things that they're saying on ChatGPT, right? But did she might have fell under that category for them to be at her door.
No, facts.
So one of them said, even if you utter a threat to get someone to commit a crime, so if I'm like, yo, beat his ass, like, I can be like criminally charged for that.
Yeah, and that's the
definitely.
thing. They could be at her door for just reasons, or she just fell under these vague reasons that we just seen on ChatGPT.
Is it vague though?
What, some of these examples that they gave here?
Yeah, like I feel like most of these they make sense to me. It's like another one is that don't endorse committing crime.
Mm-hmm.
All the man them are like, oh yo, hit me up to get this method for this scam, or hit me up for that. But, like, you know, that's obviously not legal. You know what I mean? Man them selling the kush on Snapchat, that's not legal. The man them trapping the shotties, that's not legal. Like, you know, like I don't think that's like rocket science.
I know,
Nah,
bro.
it's true.
I seen sales for lean on Reddit the other day. I was like, that's not smart.
But you know, mans are getting it off though, you know?
Hey, this makes me think. What about the rappers? They utter threats at each other all the time.
But it's at each other, and like no man is gonna call the feds over an Instagram threat.
Well, you don't have to call feds. The feds could just see it and be like, well, technically you were insinuating committing a crime when you said, yo, get the burner on this guy, or we slid on this guy. So, and I feel like that's a slippery slope. If we're going to have no freedom of speech in like totality, we might as well get like super clear with the censorship, because it's like, even if you say that, like the fact that they have the right to arrest you for that is pretty crazy.
Yeah, fam. Like they could just pull up on one of the man them's crib and be like, yo, that song slaps, but more times like you broke the charter rights, bro.
I just feel like it's not going to be substantial enough to even hold up in court. Like the max, like a judge is going to look at that and like scold the officers or prosecutor or whoever's wasting the court's time. You know, like I don't think like no man is going to face jail time for that. Still, like
Well, for bringing in the drill rapper. Why is this guy here?
it's like, yo, we've been trying to catch him, and this is what you guys idiot take.
That he actually did real crimes.
I feel like the one that they will pursue is the more anti-Semitic ones.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the rap song ones are like, okay, whatever,
Yeah, exactly.
internal, whatever. But it's like, okay, you're publicly defiling or going against Zionism or Israel. That's hate.
I just got an epiphany right now. What if you were to take Kanye out of America and he was a freaking Toronto rapper? All of that crash out that he went on, like whatever.
They would have put him in the bin for that.
What? He would have been gonzo from time, G. What? Think about that, fam.
Low facts.
If it falls under all of the different things that the Charter of Rights here.
Because not only is it anti-Semitic, what he said, I'm about to go deaf, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Insinuating,
Yeah, it's also insinuating threats.
What?
Insinuating terrorism.
Fam, the man has a whole tune, fam. The HH tune right there will put him in jail, fam.
And you know what's so amazing? The man announced 2 shows in LA. There's 1 million people in the queue waiting for my guy.
You know, it's like sold out already.
Dog. Who's canceled?
Only in America, brother. Because we might have not canceled him, or his fan base might have not canceled him in Canada.
Yeah, but the government wouldn't.
The government would have already canceled him. They would have suppressed him more than he was already being suppressed in America. Remember, he was still able to maintain billionaire status after that cancellation. In Canada, the way that the government works, there is no way for a Kanye to be able to exist, fam.
But they tried their hardest. They locked off all of his bank accounts, took away his children, publicly smeared him. Yo, the man had to like live in Spain and in Japan and all these random. But he wasn't in America for the longest. He would like pop in here and there. He thought mans were trying to smoke him. So yeah, I feel like they do have a little more freedom of speech, but the government's still not letting that slide. That's why he had to go on that whole apology tour, kissing the rabbi hand and thing.
Yeah, but even to be able to get back to a point where he can get on an apology tour, our Canadian government would have put him in jail, fam. There'll be no, I'm still on road, my bad, let me go see a rabbi. No, fam, when you come home, whether it's 2 years or 5 years, we see over here, if they give him the full time, like, man's literally locked up for the things that he said in the interview or the things that he said in his songs.
Maybe this is a question for you. What is the Jewish relations and like the kingdom, like the king and queen, like, because aren't we still under like that rule?
Yeah.
So like, how far would they go, to write out for, I guess, like the Jewish and the anti-Semitic blah blah, versus also still like maintaining. Because aren't they like Catholic?
I feel like and like historically they would borrow money from these Jewish families.
Oh, for real?
Like,
so they're super locked in.
They're locked in. If anything, the Jewish families probably have the upper hand in that relationship, just on a financial tip. Yeah.
Oh God.
But they do also, like, I don't know, people on the far right will suggest that like the Jewish propaganda machine like tries to like make white people, like the British white, like look bad and like ruin them and promote other ideologies to get them eliminated.
For real, eh?
Yeah.
We're going into some deep lands right there.
Yeah, live on members only. Let's see what the chat's saying.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.